Imagine waking up every day knowing that the path to your dreams isn't going to be easy, that the road ahead will test you, break you, and challenge every ounce of your willpower. But what if I told you that this grind, this struggle, this relentless pursuit is exactly what will shape you into the person who can turn your dreams into reality? Let's be real. Success doesn't start with applause. It starts with silence. It starts with early mornings, late nights, sore muscles, tired minds, and unseen effort. The grind? It's not Instagram worthy. It's not shiny, it's not glamorous, but it's necessary. Everybody wants the results. If you want the process, the trophies, the praise, the lifestyle, they come later. What comes first is the lonely work. The grind is what separates the ones who wish from the ones who become. You'll have days where quitting feels like the logical choice, when progress is invisible, when doubt screams louder than belief. And that's where the magic happens. Not when you feel like grinding, but when you do it anyway. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But it's the hard that makes it great. It's the sweat, the setbacks, the sacrifices that shape you into someone who can handle the dream you're chasing. So don't chase the spotlight, chase the grind. Because when it finally pays off, you'll know you earned every second of it. Success is built in the shadows, not the spotlight. The grind happens long before recognition arrives. Discipline matters more than motivation. Show up even when you don't feel like it. The process is supposed to be tough. That's what forges resilience and separates the average from the elite. The grind makes you worthy of the dream. You don't just get the reward. You grow into the person who deserves it. Success is built in the shadows, not the spotlight. What people often see is the outcome: victory, recognition, wealth, status. But what they don't see is the process. The hours when no one is watching, the sacrifices made when no one is cheering, the countless days of effort without immediate results. That's where real success is built, in the quiet, uncelebrated corners of daily life. It's the early mornings when your body says no, but your purpose says yes. It's the late nights when everyone else is winding down and you're still grinding. It's skipping the parties, the distractions, the easy roads, and choosing the path that demands more from you, even when it gives you nothing in return at first. People romanticize success, but very few understand the loneliness that comes with chasing something bigger than yourself. There are no cameras when you're putting in the work that matters most. No likes or reposts when you're battling your own doubts, your own laziness, your own fears. It's in those exact moments when no one is watching and no one is applauding that your future is quietly being built. The grind is not about glory, it's about growth. It's in those silent reps at the gym, the extra hour of studying, the extra call, the rewrites, the failures, the bounce backs. That's where the foundation is laid. That's where character is formed. And ironically, it's in the moments that feel the least significant that the most important transformation happens. When the spotlight finally hits, when the recognition finally comes, people will say, "You're lucky." They'll say you're talented, but what they won't understand is that the luck came from consistency. The talent was sharpened in solitude. The success was built in the parts of your life no one else was willing to witness because they weren't glamorous. That's why those who truly succeed carry a different energy. They don't need the applause to validate their worth because they know where they came from. They know the grind isn't something to be shown off. It's something to be respected. It's the proof of what was earned in silence. Discipline matters more than motivation. Motivation is fleeting. It comes in waves, driven by emotions, circumstances, or external factors. One day you feel unstoppable, and the next, the fire fades and the will to continue shrinks. This is where discipline steps in. Discipline is what makes you show up even when the excitement is gone, when the enthusiasm is low, and when the world around you doesn't seem to care about your goals. It's the unwavering commitment to a goal, even when you don't feel like working toward it. Motivation is the spark that lights the fire, but discipline is the fuel that keeps it burning long after the initial rush fades away. There will be days when the tasks ahead of you feel like a mountain too steep to climb. The progress will be slow, almost invisible. There will be days when the temptation to take shortcuts, to procrastinate, or to give up entirely will seem almost irresistible. These are the moments that test your discipline. Motivation alone won't carry you through these rough patches. It's the discipline to push forward, to stay consistent, and to keep working toward your goal even when every part of you wants to quit. This is when your true strength is revealed, not when things are easy, but when things are tough. You choose to keep going anyway. Discipline doesn't need an audience. It doesn't thrive on applause or recognition. It thrives on routine, on the quiet promise you make to yourself to keep going, no matter how small the steps. When you make discipline your priority, you start to build habits that compound over time. These small, consistent actions begin to add up in ways you can't see at first, but in time, they will create results that speak for themselves. When motivation fades, discipline is what will keep you on track, pushing you towards success even when the finish line feels miles away. It's the difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who only talk about them. The process is supposed to be tough. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But that's not the way growth works. The struggle, the challenges, the obstacles, they're not signs of failure. They're the necessary steps on the journey. Each hurdle you face, each setback, each failure is part of the process that transforms you from someone who wants success into someone who deserves it. The road to greatness is not paved with smooth paths and easy decisions. It's carved out by persistence in the face of adversity, by the ability to keep going when the odds are stacked against you, and by the courage to rise each time you fall. The process is where you develop the strength to handle the success that's coming. Without the grind, you wouldn't be prepared for the responsibility, the challenges, or the rewards. Success isn't just about getting what you want. It's about becoming someone who can sustain it. You can't achieve your dreams and expect to handle them if you haven't gone through the fire of the journey to get there. It's the struggle, that shapes your character, builds your resilience, and teaches you lessons you won't learn from victories alone. Meh. The tough days are where you gain wisdom that smooth days never offer. In the middle of difficulty, when it feels like nothing is working, you learn what you're truly capable of. The process shows you what you're made of, how much determination you really have, and how much farther you can go than you ever thought possible. The moments that challenge you, that push you to the edge, are the moments where your true growth occurs. This is where you build the mental and emotional strength to endure whatever comes next. The process is the grind. It's not glamorous, but it is the foundation of everything that's to come. You're not meant to cruise through this journey. The pain, the struggle, the hard work are all meant to prepare you for the bigger challenges ahead. They're teaching you how to stay strong under pressure, how to keep moving forward despite the doubts, and how to hold on to your vision even when it feels out of reach. Embrace the toughness of the process. It's what will make success worth having. The grind makes you worthy of the dream. It's easy to look at successful people and think they were just lucky, that their achievements came effortlessly, or that they had some secret advantage that you don't. But what you often miss is the unseen work, the countless hours, the sweat, and the sacrifices that made them worthy of what they achieved. Success doesn't just appear one day. It's earned through consistent, hard work, often when the path seems unclear and the progress feels slow. The grind forces you to put in the effort, the time, and the dedication to make your dreams a reality, even when no one is watching and no one is applauding. The grind doesn't care about your talent or your background. It doesn't care if you feel like giving up. It only cares about whether or not you're willing to keep showing up, day after day, regardless of how tough it gets. That's the difference between those who dream and those who accomplish. The grind shapes you into the kind of person who is capable of handling the success they desire. You don't just get handed your dream. You build it one day at a time, with every choice, every action, every setback, and every victory, no matter how small. The grind is what turns your potential into actual results, because it's not just about what you want, but about whether or not you're ready to fight for it. When you commit to the grind, you grow. You develop skills, resilience, and mental toughness that you can't get from shortcuts or easy roads. The deeper you get into the grind, the more you realize that it's not just about achieving something external. It's about becoming someone who is capable of achieving it. The grind forces you to face your weaknesses, to work on your flaws, and to push past the limits you once thought were unbreakable. It's what forces you to evolve, not just in your work, but in yourself as a person. The more you dedicate yourself to the grind, the more you prove to yourself that you're worthy of your dream. Success is not just about what you do. It's about who you become in the process. You become the kind of person who can handle the responsibility of your dreams because you've put in the work. When the dream finally comes true, you won't just be celebrating the end result. You'll be celebrating the person you became to make it happen. Dip, Satvan. And so, the next time you face a challenge, when the grind feels overwhelming and success seems far away, Remember this, it's not the glamour that will get you there, it's the grind. It's the hard work that no one sees, the discipline that keeps you going when motivation fades, and the toughness of the process that shapes you. Keep showing up, keep working, and keep grinding, because the person you're becoming in this journey is the one who will make those dreams inevitable.